pollution is rapidly increasing these days. There are several steps are taken to prevent pollution, but sadly, it is still increasing. Generally, when we talk of environmental pollution, the very first impression that comes across our minds is a visible problem that conjures up image of rubbish dumps as well oil spills. But the truth is, most forms of environmental pollution are invisible to the human eye and come in quite a number of different forms. It's quite apparent that living organisms can live by themselves, and for that all living organisms, inclusive of plants, human beings, animals, among other physical surroundings with whom we interact with make up the general environment. All these constituents of the environment depend on each other, and for that they maintain a balance in nature. Affirmatively, this dependent relationship calls for the creation of controls to manage environmental imbalance and which highly result to pollutions. Ideally, environmental pollution can be viewed as the undesirable change in the biological, physical, as well as essential characteristics of water, air, and land of the overall. Environmental pollution can also be viewed as the introduction of contaminants to our surroundings, wholly as a byproduct of human actions. Today, environmental pollution is one of the most serious global challenges facing humanity as well as other life forms. According to the publications by the United Nations Environment Annual Report 2018, pollution is a global issue affecting over 100 million people worldwide and which is comparable to global killer diseases such as HIV and malaria. And now we talk about types of environmental pollutions. It's quite apparent that environmental pollution is one of the most serious global issues that we are facing today and which needed to be given close attention. First, air pollution. Ideally, there are two major types of air pollution inclusive or primary and secondary. Firstly, primary air pollution is usually emitted directly from their source while on the other hand, secondary air pollution is formed when primary pollutant direct in atmosphere. Air pollution is considered to the most dangerous as well prevailed from of pollution and more so when viewed from a urbanization perspective. The major cause of air pollution includes partially combusted exhaust gas, which are an industrial byproduct emission inclusive of carbon monoxide and sulfur dioxide. In other extents, air pollution can occur when substances such as treble, phthalates fiber are released into the air and which might cause serious health issues. Second, we talk about noise pollution. This type of environmental pollution refers to excess of unpleasant sounds emanating for transportation, heavy machinery, human occupation, infrastructure, industrial practice, among other sources. Environmentally noise pollution usually had detrimental effect on both the human physical and mental health, as highly linked with cases of depression, hearing problems, hypertension, increased incidence of coronary artery disease, among other ailments. Noise pollution is also associated with instance of reducing the number of viable habitats for wildlife, animals at its interferes with communication and source, and as a result interfering with the way animals navigate, communicate, detect prey and predator as well map. And the last, we talk about thermal pollutions. This type of pollution is mostly related to industrial practice where they release heat energy as a byproduct, and once released into the air or water bodies, it results in global warming. Usually, the problem arises when the excess of carbon dioxide is released in the atmosphere, and as a result, global warming occurs due to interference of the ozone layers. Nah, there is
environmental pollution contributed to the deaths of about 9 million people in 2015.
videos.
That's nearly 15
You
times as many deaths
can
from war
see
and all
that
forms of violence.
about
That staggering figure comes
environmental
from a
issues,
study published this
especially
week in the medical
for
journal The
pollution.
Lancet. Here's Anna Werner.
This guy is going to act like it's breathing.
New Yorker Chelsea Yamada is wearing a special vest on her commute, measuring her exposure to air pollution. It's part of a multi-year study looking at pollution hotspots and the impact on cyclists' health.
It's smoky, it's thick, and you get trapped sometimes if you're really in your tailpipe, sucking it all in.
Despite recent efforts to curb pollution, a major new report from The Lancet shows more needs to be done. The study found more people died from exposure to dirty air than from health factors, including obesity, alcohol, and a high-sodium diet. Dr. Philip Landergan of the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai.
Most of these deaths are caused by chronic diseases, specifically by heart disease, stroke, lung cancer, chronic obstructive lung disease.
Nearly 92% of the deaths occurred in developing countries, with China and India most affected, and children are at the highest risk. But each year, pollution also kills an estimated 155,000 people in the U.S. Yet the report says pollution can be addressed. In the 45 years since the U.S. passed the Clean Air Act, air pollution here has dropped 70%.
The control of pollution actually saves money because it prevents illness, it extends life, it helps the productivity of economies in the United States and in countries around the world.
Dr. Landergan points out that the gross domestic product in the U.S. has increased 250% since the Clean Air Act was put in place in 1970. He says that's proof, Rena, that countries can have wealth and prosperity and clean air.
Anna Werner, thank you so much.
Anna Werner, thank you so much.
Yeah, there is the videos of the environmental issues about pollutions. We talk about from this video we know about pollutions can make humans dead, especially for 22% for this video, and you can check another video on YouTube.
Environmental pollution
And after we all talk about environmental issues, now so the effect of environmental pollution issues and other side, ideally each and every form of pollution has its own effect on the overall environmental. Inclusive of air pollution is highly associated with intense of increased respiratory issue. It also causes acid rain as well as interference with the ozone layer. Water pollution, on the other hand, causes serious threats to aquatic life, animals as well as humans. Soil pollution also has substantial effect on humans, animal, aquatic life, among other microorganisms. Noise pollution is highly associated with mental issues as well as interfering the wildlife habitats. Thermal pollution mostly affect the ozone layer, while radioactive pollution affect both the ozone layer and overall human health. Though this effect is quite apparent, the environmental pollution is not only a threat to the existence of living things, but it also a global issue that affecting everyone all over the world. Globalization is actually the major cause of the environmental pollution as it has advanced human actions more extensively to the point of destroying the habitat. Efforts need to be put in place so as to work towards conserving the environment as well as promoting practice that uphold total environmental conservation. Yeah, there are overall about environmental issues, especially we talk about noise pollutions and other, yeah, and thank you.